guys, Sebastian here from Walgreens Vintage. Welcome to our gallery. In today's video, we'll be comparing the Two-Rock Classic Reverb against the Bloomfield Drive. We've already done individual demos of both of these amps, which you can watch right here. But for today, it'll be more of a sonic comparison, so you can see sort of the main highlights and how they stack against one another. So let's start by talking about the similarities. They're both built on the Two-Rock Classic 100-watt platform with 4 606s going into a 212 cabinet. There's other wattage configurations that you can get for these amps, but these seem to be sort of the most popular. And they're both mic'd exactly the same way here, so you're gonna get a direct comparison when it comes to that. So the Classic Reverb is built on a one-channel design, where the Bloomfield Drive has 2 separate channels. With the Classic Reverb, you have tons of options when it comes to tweakability, meaning that you can really push that one channel into either a clean, Fender-y type of sound, into more of a Dumble-like tone with a lot of overdrive and distortion. But that's pretty much it. It's just one sound. You do get the option of pushing it with an FET boost that is going to give you a lot more volume and gain, but you can't really regulate things such as the volume of that boost or the tone. It's kind of like just more signal. With the Bloomfield Drive, you have a little bit more flexibility sound-wise, meaning that you got 2 separate channels. The clean channel, again, is very Dumble-y with some of that Fender-y hint. And you don't have as much flexibility as you do with a Classic Reverb, but once you switch it over to the lead channel, you have a sound that has a lot of gain on tap and more controls over the amount of gain and volume, because you can actually access those 2 sounds via the foot switch, meaning that you can have a perfectly clean sound and then a heavy overdriven tone, something that you can't really do with the Classic Reverb. I think these amps are just built for 2 different types of guitars. The Classic Reverb is more for the guitars that likes to get more nuance out of one particular sound, meaning if you like to play with the controls of your guitars or getting that, pushed Fender, more of the Stevie Ray, John Mayer type of player. The Bloomfield Drive, more for the Robin Ford type of guitars. You have that gain, that perfect buttery, bluesy tone that we all like out of a Dumble design. But yeah, that's mainly the 2 differences. 2 channels versus 1. You have more versatility here, less tweakability on each individual channel. You have one single sound here that you can change around by messing with the controls. So that's pretty much it. As far as guitars, we'll be running a Fender Custom Shop Stratocaster and then a Gibson Les Paul from the Custom Shop as well. We'll be using an AV box to switch back and forth. So let's start out with the clean channel from the Bloomfield Drive. Clean sounds have a lot of similarities. They have very similar response to your playing. The Classic Reverb, to me, just sounds a little bit more Fender-y. The Bloomfield has, again, kind of like that boutique clean sound that is just very even and round. And things just get even more different once you go into the drive settings. The lead channel of the Bloomfield Drive is very just saturated and feel like it's perfect for a solo. You get tons of sustain, you don't have as much low end, so it doesn't sound too muffled. It's just a great sound for leads in general. Whether I think that the classic Reverb, once you push it with the boost, you're gonna get more volume, more oomph. But it's more reminiscent of, again, a pushed Fender. So it's very bluesy, very classic rock. It just doesn't get as saturated as the Bloomfield Drive, but it's just so dynamic and lush. With humbuckers, they react a little bit different than with the single coils. The Bloomfield sounds a little bit brighter, has a little bit more chime. On the other hand, the classic Reverb has more of a robust sound. It's just interesting how they react to different pickups. The lead channel of this amp with the Les Paul is just glorious. It has a lot of that 80s fusion sound, lots of sustain, a tone that it just carries itself through. I feel like this would just cut really well on a band mix. It sounds very heavy and in your face. And in the classic Reverb, you don't have as much gain, but you have a tone that is a little bit more dynamic, and it just sounds bigger, I would say. They both are incredible. I love these amps. They're some of our favorites here, and definitely one of the best sellers that we have in our gallery, and for a good reason. They're amazing. They stuck up really well. I think the right answer here is basically get one of each at some point, or if you have to choose, just pick whichever one fits your style better. But yeah, they're amazing amps. You can't go wrong with either or. With that said, if you guys enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing, follow us on Instagram at @WaltGrizVintage for more content like this. And if you guys want to know more about this gear, the link should be down below in the description. In there, you can also check out our website, waltgrizvintage.com. We have tons of cool gear in there, as well as cars, guitars, coffee, and a lot more. My name is Sebastian. Till next time.